Hi! Technology law spans a wide array of responsibilities that support innovation while ensuring compliance with legal frameworks. A tech lawyer's work can be categorized into five key areas: 1. Structuring work and advice, 2. Drafting contracts and policies, 3. Compliance, 4. Policy advocacy, and 5. Disputes and litigation. Let's explore these categories in depth and discuss how you can carve out a niche for yourself in this exciting field. Structuring work is about providing strategic advice at the product or service conceptualization process. For example, jurisdiction selection. A blockchain and NFT startup with global users may need guidance on the best jurisdiction to register their company. Should they choose Wyoming in the US, Cyprus, or another tech friendly country? The decision depends on factors like taxes, regulations, and operational costs. Second is fintech licensing. Imagine a fintech startup that develops a low default loan algorithm. Can they collaborate with NBFCs and banks? If not, can they borrow money directly from lenders and issue loans? What licenses are required? Structuring work involves ensuring the legality of business operations, minimizing costs, and optimizing compliance frameworks. Drafting contracts and policies form the backbone of any tech business. Key documents include 1. Website policies, drafting terms and conditions, privacy policies, and cookie policies. Second, operational agreements. Agreements with collaborators, marketers, advisors, co founders, vendors, employees, and consultants. Third, tech specific agreements. API integration agreements, technology transfer and license agreements, SLAs, that is service level agreements, EULAs, that is end user license agreements. And fourth, partnerships, agreements for co branded products, for example, Amazon ICICI credit card, or discount partnerships, for example, Cred Dine Out offers. To secure work, you can approach startup founders and provide insights into improving their privacy policies or terms and conditions. By offering value, you can open doors to more significant opportunities. Tech startups often need additional agreements for smooth operations. Promotions, contracts with influencers, marketers, and content creators, collaborations, agreements for resellers, distributors, and co branded partnerships, technology usage, licensing agreements or technology transfer contracts to integrate or acquire new tech. Many companies rely on online platforms to execute and store these agreements. Examples include DocuSign for digital execution or Contract Pod AI for contract lifecycle management. Compliance ensures that businesses adhere to legal obligations. Key areas include regulatory sandboxes. Regulators like RBI, SEBI, and IRDA offer sandboxes for fintech and insurance innovations. Legal work is needed to access and comply with these. Sector specific compliance. Fintech businesses may need to maintain records, file annual reports, and adhere to RBI or SEBI regulations. Privacy compliance. Businesses operating in Europe must comply with GDPR, including breach notifications and corrective actions, and platform policies. Social media and e commerce platforms must establish prohibited content policies and mechanisms for moderation and takedowns. Compliance is recurring work, providing long term opportunities for legal professionals. Policy advocacy involves influencing regulatory frameworks to foster innovation. This includes conducting primary and secondary research on new regulations, writing white papers and recommendations on draft legislations, engaging with think tanks, law firms, and policymakers to shape regulations. For instance, Ikigai Law has been actively advocating for India's Personal Data Protection Bill, creating thought leadership in this process. Similarly, tech giants like Facebook, Twitter, or Google employ dedicated legal teams for policy advocacy. Disputes in tech law encompass a broad range of issues, such as recovery of dues, resolving payment disputes, technology contract arbitration, handling disagreements over software or service agreements, cyber crimes, drafting and filing complaints for offenses like online impersonation, defamation, stalking, blackmail, and revenge porn, content takedown, filing DMCA notices for infringing content on platforms, and trademark issues, addressing trademark abuse on platforms like Google Ads or Amazon, or countering cyber squatting. Tech disputes often require prompt and specialized responses to mitigate reputational and financial damage. Beyond these five categories, other tech law assignments include legal risk audits, that is, evaluating compliance risks for software or digital services, IP due diligence, that is, reviewing intellectual property rights during acquisitions or software development, and taxation, that is, advising on the tax implication of SaaS sales, software usage, or database access. These areas allow lawyers to support businesses in safeguarding their assets and maintaining compliance. Tech law is vast, but you don't need to learn everything at once. Focus on 2 to 3 areas to start, such as drafting contracts, compliance, or disputes. Study consistently just 1 to 2 hours a day, and you will gain significant skills in a year. Over time, expand your expertise to build a well rounded practice. The journey is rewarding and offers immense opportunities. Are you ready to master tech law? Do you want to work with startups globally from India to the US and Singapore? Join our free live 3-day online bootcamp. This immersive program will equip you with high demand skills in tech law. There are no recordings, so mark your calendar and join us live. See you there.